And T-72 is now getting engaged from the flanking Abrams. Going to get tag teamed here. Is going to crest, and another shot goes slam right through the front plate. Nothing that T-72 can do. Gets a nice little trackage. Oh, side armor though. If he gets a good shot, that might be it for the Abrams.
Tank is dead.
Not gonna happen. An absolute wolf pack pouncing on two T-72s. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another episode of Eye in the Sky where we take a look at a gaming squad from the top down, and in this one we've got Tallil Outskirts Tanks. This is Tallil Outskirts Tanks V2, and it's an armored game mode where each side gets 6 main battle tanks and 2 supporting ATGM vehicles. There are a couple infantry squads, but because of all this armor, it results in some absolutely chaotic fights in the open desert. And y'all know that I love vehicle battles in squads, so 6 Abrams against 6 T-72s is just too much fun to pass up, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment below with a map, game mode, or faction you'd like to see in the next one. And don't forget to check out the live streams over at twitch.tv/MoiDawg, where I stream every weekday. But that's it for me. Until next time, peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, Tallil. And it's not just any Tallil, it's Tallil Outskirts Tanks.
I'm gonna be moving out with a Matt Vito to LA.
And as you hear there, Matt Vito's as well. So we actually have 6 Abrams. We're on board with the US Army. So they have the M1A2 Abrams and 2 Matt Vito vehicles. Couple of, I guess, 3 lodges and a transport spawning in 6 minutes. Up against the Russians, who have 6 T-72s and 2 Spandrels.
Want to move to Central Airfield and keep us appraised? Oh wait, no, you're a Matt B. Never mind.
And I'm liking the comms right out the gate. It's tank is it's all about like communication whenever you're working with a tank, multiple tanks, armor, and infantry. You need to have good comms if you want to have a good game in a tank. So the fact that we're already hearing people talk is a good thing. So it kind of a basic Tallil layout aside from the main's a little bit wonky here. So US is starting from the southeast corner of Tallil, first point up to Gastown, Upper Alley Air Base, Central Airfield, over to abandoned hangars, and then Batha. South or northwest of the map, we have the Russians, and typically how this works is that we're going to have either far west or far east, kind of a big armor blob that results in a lot of fun. So we'll see what happens here. One of the more uncommon layers you'll see in squad, but an absolute blast to play, and hopefully an absolute blast to watch. So as it looks like we have all the Abrams rolling through the main. And that's a lot of Abrams. I love it. It just looks good.
Like I said, it's gonna be really fucking shitty if I'm able to get my shit done and we get a foothold and no one's able to get to Central Airfield. We need to at least have an MRAP or something.
So command, you hear that in command chat right now. Grumpy is talking about making sure infantry is actually pushing the center.
Just to get the cap started, yes, we need some kind of presence.
Oh, we'll be there.
And it looks like, aside from squad 4, 1 Abrams, maybe 2 Abrams, going to kind of separate a little bit, but the Russians are pushing like super quick with their lodges. You have 2 full squads, one looking like they're going to head up to Central Airfield, and another pushing just a little bit north. But we have a Tomat V. You might actually get the first shot here with the Logi just in front of him here. He does see anything. Oh, it might be a little too low. He does have a gunner, so at least it's being 2-manned. Let's try to see where our first fight will be. If he's paying attention, that front Logi, I'm not quite sure if he's going to get. He might just get the tail, or the top of the cab. For this, you see infantry now up in the tower, infantry now below as well, and they're going to get eyes on this Mad V. Already taking shots, trying to hit just that top helmet, and they need to be very careful. This is a very important vehicle. You do not want to lose. RPG 28, you already see Well, dodges 2 RPGs, RPG-7 and RPG-28 both miss. Let's take a look out here as well to see where the rest of the tanks are. Oh, a lot of tanks headed down southwest, and we actually have, we're going to take a look up at the northeast real quick because we have, looks like the Tomat V trying to hit maybe the guard tower or something. A little awkward of a shot, but pardon the camera movement a little bit.
Seeing anything on this northern MSR?
Because we have a Tomat V, and you just heard him over comms. I'm not seeing anything on this northern MSR.
I don't get nothing within 2 minutes of my flank tanks.
But he's about to see a lot of tanks over to his straight front and our left.
Squad 4, I'm sorry, we've all committed to the west side. You're kind of on your own.
I figured they're helping infantry. They're not even
This
involved in the tank battle.
might be
To their side, I hope
a
they get to one, 'cause my god.
huge flank for the Tomat V. As you see just to the left of your screen, T-72s are about to be in view for that Tomat V. And he goes to start moving. Oh no, it just moved a little too early. T-72 straight in front of him.
Central airfield.
Needs to do a quick swap, and he might be doing it.
Shoot
No,
him. You're a tank.
goes a little too early, and there he goes.
Have a point.
Trying to do the swap, but nope.
Enemy launches, squad nice.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself. 2 T-72s roll up right when he starts moving. A little bit more patience, he would have gotten at least a kill. So
We have
2
got,
T-72s, you have a
abandoned hangars.
Spandrel
We
as
got a
well,
significant
right up there in the
foothold.
rocks. And the right side is going to fall to Russian armor, and that is a huge
They already
flank.
capped abandoned hangars.
And the infantry battle is now going to begin. We have, I'm going to pop this on for y'all. You can see a bunch of infantry pushed up into the hangars. But the
For the tanks,
current
I think we might
active
have to cut
point
back
is
towards
the air
central
traffic
air,
control in the central
provide support
airfield.
to the infantry.
And so
Like,
that's going to cause a
doesn't really
huge
matter if we win
problem.
the tank fight if they lose the infantry fight.
And off in the distance, we have that Spandrel trying to get eyes on the Abrams. This is just going to be a huge... Oh, you can see on the map here.
Enemy Spandrels come up and engaging. Hit him once, hit him once.
Spandrel on fire and takes a second shot. Abrams knocks it out. So it's gonna be a big old flankaroonie from both sides here. So Spandrel goes down, Tomat V goes down. We are 1 for 1 on the armor. And if you look at this map, I know a bunch of y'all right now, Moi, stop looking at the map. No, you need to know where people are going to be. And you can see right now there is an enemy armor mark, which means Russia just marked that. You have Aluboy with the Spandrel trying to get in position, and the other T-72s are just starting to do this huge push. And this is going to be very, very chaotic. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have Logi players start to freak out that there's a whole bunch of tanks, because this main road goes right through the First Point gas town and cuts into Maine. Not their fault, that's where Maine is, just kind of how it rolls. So T-72s, unless they cut straight into the airfield here, are going to have a fantastic angle on the flank of the entire US right now. We're still waiting for that big armored engagement. That's how this rolls sometimes, is it takes a few minutes, especially if one group goes east, another group goes west. Yeah, it's like 2 ships passing in the night type of thing here. And even in the middle right now with the infantry, I believe Russian infantry might be just out of spawn range for us. We can't see it on the map. But more Logis just kind of popping here as the Abrams looks to... We see 9 and 3 on the map. They look to be trying to toss some heat rounds into the... Oh, here we go! And I think he hit that to our left. He did. Abrams takes a shot, slams into the side of the T-72. You can see straight ahead here, there's a little bit of smoke popping, and that reverse speed is way too slow for the T-72. Yep, he's going to want to go forward, get out of that position where you can just kind of back up and pop up so the entire airfield can shoot you. Abrams just trying to peek in between the dunes right now. Should be seeing the smoke kick up and dirt. Should be tracking him. I'm not hearing anything on command comms, which is kind of a big misplay because the T-72s are starting to crash on the east side of the airstrip. And if you're in an Abrams, you want to know where they are. You got double T-72s and 0 comms. You hear those shots out to the west. And there it is. ATGM comes in from the top
Like enemy tanks
of the hangars. The smoke, it spots it right there. If they reload quick, they might get another shot, and that'd be a hell of a win.
Enemy tank spotted. He's about 2,100 meters from us, which puts him
Good
right
smoke.
around here.
Very good defensive smoke. Double defensive smoke.
Maybe further east.
I was going to say, if they were able to pick off one of these T-72s as infantry, it's going to allow your tank blob to do so much better.
We're on the way to backing up soon. Should be there 1 minute.
And one Abrams is taking rounds right in the smoke here, and that's from a T-72. That's just, oh, what a flank. Abrams coming around the flank, backside of the T-72. He has absolutely no idea where it's coming from. Already takes 3 shots, and he's just looking left and right. Where? No idea, crew, man. Dismounts, tries to get eyes on, and nope, gone. T-72 absolutely deleted, and Abrams are about to get maybe a taste of their own medicine here. T-72 just north, swings a turn around and dials in, smacks into the rear side of the Abrams, and they need to pay attention. They know that came in from the north side, just not sure where exactly. And the second Abrams should be able to get eyes on.
Enemy tank coming in from the west side now.
Well, that's a quick dismount. Is that driver dismount? No way did he actually just driver dismount that. He might have. That is a bold move. That's the driver of the Abrams taking out the binos. I think he's, yep, you got an observation mark on it. He's hightailing it back to his tank. I don't think I've ever seen that. Usually it's the commander that does that move, and T-72 is now getting engaged from the flanking Abrams. Going to get tag teamed here. Is going to crest, and another shot goes slam right through the front plate. Nothing that T-72 can do. Gets a nice little trackage. Oh, side armor though. If he gets a good shot, that might be it for the Abrams.
Tank is dead.
Not gonna happen. An absolute wolf pack pouncing on 2 T-72s. And what a play by the driver. Oh, another one still in the area, gets tracked. And that's a fantastic shot. This Abrams, can he get there quick enough? Because one more shot in his oh no, almost get down, Mr. President's his buddy. And that is a third. Not able to save the second Abrams. And this might be a little bit more than they could have dealt with. T-72s quickly reversing. And there you go. Absolute chaos in the desert of Tallil. You got 2 T-72s crashing the flank. And hold on, we got another Abrams. This is absolute chaos right now.
2 tanks on opposition.
Double smoke, and you have Abrams right over the berms. You can see him.
The west tank is backing up.
Took a shot. Oh, hold on. No, he's in the desert. Or desert. Of course he's in the desert. The whole map is the desert. He's in the middle of the road, rather. Abrams. I don't think he actually took a shot. He did. Takes a shot into the T-72. The fire starts kicking off, and one off to our left goes down. This T-72 is going to try to do a little revenge shot. Fantastic. Right into the turret, and he might have lost stabilization there. Misses.
Yeah, we lost that turret. Hold.
Lost his turret. You can hear him over comms. And another one straight into that ammo. You've got to be very careful. One more shot, you could start getting a cook-off for that Abrams. He does a little bit of defensive smoke. Starts reversing. At least the Abrams has some good reverse speed. And we're not sure if that one landed. This T-72 is a fantastic flank. It's not impossible for the Abrams to win this. You just need to get some good shots. Preferably something that will disorientate the T-72 get a good track or something like that, so that way they miss a shot, and then because your loading is going to take is going to be much quicker than the T-72's auto loader, try to squeeze off just a second round, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Crew dismounted, trying to put the fire out. One bleeds out, and the crew, they're done. Ain't nothing left. T-72 mops up another Abrams, and this is just turning into an absolute boneyard of tanks. That's a Spandrel off to our left, and he's taking shots into the Abrams on our right.
At the moment, I think it's 4 enemy tanks killed. 4 enemy tanks killed.
Abrams in a whole bunch of smoke right now, but one more.
We took 4 of those. I don't know how he got more.
One more ATGM, and he's down. Nope, already down. But Spandrel's dead. Oh, I can't. That's like 7 vehicles dead within 5 minutes, maybe? Absolute chaos out here. As let's take a look real quick. You have one T-72 that's limping back home, and honestly, this Tomat V behind us, I don't think he's going to be able to see him. Another vehicle pops out there, and I think that's a Logi. But that is 165 tickets for the US and 156 for Russia. Russia only with one T-72 back up. This is on a 5-minute spawn timer. So airfield is obviously important. You want to keep your points.
I think the dibs at the moment for the tanks is squad 4 first, then squad 1, then ourselves. I think that's it.
As squad chat, they try to figure out the order. That's actually a very orderly respawn, trying to make sure everyone gets their tanks. But 164 tickets to 152. It is very important if the US can gain control of the airstrip right now, because the tanks, everyone's going to be back online in about 3 minutes. It'll be back to be a 6-on-6. And let's turn on some outlines, and while we wait, the infantry, this is the thankless job of Tallil tanks, trying to get those boots on the ground, grab the objectives, and get your team into position where you can get some forward ATGMs. Hammer, Zach B, Rotary, Skeleton, all this American infantry pushing the point, and it looks like they've completely overwhelmed the Hab, and that's going to be a Russian wipe.
Take Mark
as Ass Punch.
It looks like he's...
as Ass Puncher goes down as the last Russian on the objective, and that is going to be tough, because not only do you have a vehicle wipe in your tanks, but now you have an infantry wipe. An ATGM flies right by. Is it going the other way? Might have been going the other way. Couldn't tell. Let's take a look real quick. I think it was from that Spandrel.
Out west.
That's not a Spandrel? That's a Spandrel. Enemy Spandrels. We hear an Abrams right below us. I think he was trying to take a shot at that.
So the next tank is ours? Yes?
I thought me and we died at the same time.
Another ATGM flies on by, and what's happening right now is that because squad is squad, the Spandrel actually thinks
that I was engaging is west.
Thinks he's targeting the Abrams right now. If you saw the round impacted right where these sandbags are, the draw distance for actual map assets, something has changed recently, but he thinks he's hitting the Abrams because he doesn't see this hangar, he doesn't see the Heskos, but obviously there's a lot in between the middle.
Stand by for updated tank mark. Tank mark is exact. It is driving towards airfield. If you were caught open, you're gonna get fucked up.
Enemy tow is overwatching.
Carl Gustav nearly comes in and takes a nice track shot at the T-72s. He starts pushing right across the airfield, and this is not what you want to do right now. I mean, if they're not going to hit shots, you might want to do it, right? T-72 all on his own on a point that was just overwhelmed by American infantry, and all of your supporting T-72 cast are on respawn. Not really the best of decisions, as you see some AT infantry pushing right from the air traffic control center. Ooh, good coax. Actually takes a nice shot, knocks out one American. But as he pushes up here, he's going to be almost skylining himself. And he's not even looking to the south. So we have an ATGM right above the T-72. You can see him on the top of the hangar, lining up a shot. Here it comes, ATGM out, might tag the end of him, just barely hits that turret. And now the T-72 is stuck in the middle of nowhere with a big decision. Do I go forward? Do I try to go backward? Well, sounds like a law just slammed into the turret as well. And an ATGM, the final one, actually tracks him. Not dead yet. Okay, about dead now. Abrams gonna finish him up.
Second minute, someone's grabbed, boys.
Not quite sure what the thought process was there for that T-72, but that is one tank you really didn't want to lose, because if we take a look at the map right now, you're going to now have two T-72s up, two T-72s at spawn, and what Abrams do we have? We now have two Abrams on the field.
If he's there,
on the airstrip, and then you have one Abrams out east, two Abrams spawning in right now. If you didn't die right now, you'd have a nice, or you do have another T-72 out here. You'd have a nice, at least even playing field right now in terms of tanks.
And getting ready to head to Batha.
But right now, you're going to be down armor, and as important as it is for the American squad leaders right now on the infantry side to be able to capture air traffic control and start pushing towards abandoned hangars, they're actually decapping it right now. It is neutral. Infantry coming up massive. That squad had pushed up to abandoned hangars almost a minute or two after the game started, finally rewarded with a cap. But now you're going to have Russian infantry and T-72s kind of pushed all the way back to Batha. 96 tickets rather to 210.
Command, you guys got a tank
And
over
this
there?
might be just
Took a tank shell from the west.
a lot quicker of a game if Russia is just continually putting out T-72s out on their own, just get swarmed by literally the entire American army right now. Smoke on the other side of the smoke, we have a damaged T-72. And we're gonna take a look out here. Pardon the quick camera movement. Ooh. I think a spandrel actually. Yep, spandrel. That's where the smoke is. Two spandrels actually took a shot at the Abrams here. Another ATGM out.
What hits you is he when he goes out of the tank?
Two T-72s out on the hill, way out west. Can't see much at the moment, but oh, this is a fantastic position for the Abrams. Almost hold down, hidden behind this berm of sand, and we can barely even see right through the smoke. I mean, that's... Look at those shots, just lobbing them, actually.
I've got two enemy tanks pinned down over on the rocks.
T-72 banks his right off that berm, and just another looping shot. Abrams now taking rounds from the right side. Oh, actually impacts the T-72 on the rocks. And he's now 2v1. If he'd managed to knock this out, that'd be absolutely impressive. Just sticking with the fight right now. Another impact top of the turret. Oh, that was actually a good deflection. That was an impact, though. Another impact of the T-72 way downtown. A good deflection. Two deflections for the Abrams. That sloped armor on the turret working wonders, and we can now see the T-72 has started to RTB.
Tank, could you put a heat round in that tower? That would be
Now has to readjust towards the one.
if you could.
And can we? Oh, and it's right out here.
Three.
The distance is just insane.
Three, you might have eyes on.
Barely see him right out here.
Squad 3, do you need help?
I don't think that.
And that is not a good position to be in.
Squad 1 are pushing up to your position. Soon we're trying
Another
to deal
tank
with those
destroyed
tanks
way
that
up north.
are- There's a few high 657,
And
just be advised.
he's going to double smoke and should get out of there. As we're now going up right down
Yeah, we
Main
have to
Street.
pull off.
We got 2 Abrams on our right,
Northwest side.
3
Managed to
Abrams
get
on our
behind
right,
fucking-
and they're squaring off
Armor down.
against, I believe, 2 Spandrels. 1 Spandrel's RTB, 1 Spandrel, and a
Do
T-72.
we have any build incoming to airbase? Because this is not going to be enough to repair the tank.
Tank spotted, accurately Squad 1, you might be able to hit him.
You see the impacts way down the road. T-72 is side armor. He was actually tracked by the Abrams. Fantastic shot. That's a deflection, I believe. A little too high on that turret. T-72, you can see his crew. One dismount, trying to get their tracks back up. Another good impact into that front hull. I don't think the T-72 is even looking this way. As the Spandrel
Who said that?
We're currently losing
impacts
abandoned
Squad
hangars.
10.
the Tomad V that was overwatching. One less support vehicle, and is that a cook-off? It is! T-72 ammo racks, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're gonna
Final
grab
AP
the-
round slams right through the T-72 and the Spandrels
Gotta wait.
popping up.
Squad 1, we're pulling back. They're going
I'm not sure
My squad should be able to reset
if
on
he
abandoned hangars,
knows.
but we are gonna need some
He's
help.
about
If we
to
can have a
know.
tank come and help us out, that'd be
Spandrel and
great.
Abrams
Six
on a
if you're available.
collision course.
Or
Squad
9
3 will
even.
move up once we
He actually might be a little too close to get off any of his ATGMs, and he's too close as well for the Abrams.
If possible, a tank.
ATGM flies right over the Abrams. He needs to push. You need to get close to that Spandrel. There you go. Shoves an APDS
Okay.
right down the
Yeah,
throat of the
thank you, everyone. I
Spandrel.
appreciate your help.
A no
Command
match
will maintain its original plan until things
for the
change.
Abrams.
I'll try and get a hat set up so I'll do a call in on hangars.
But
in
hold
case it goes
on, we
anywhere.
might have a backup Spandrel, trying to figure out where exactly that came from. Maybe an RPG. Oh, it actually was. That was a good shot. You can see
We're gonna lose the
Bailey
radio on abandoned.
Swigums. Actually with a good hat shot to track. What's the crew we got here? Trim Samurai and his crew here. So let's take a look. It looks like the U.S.
Lost the hat, but we're no longer. We are going to desperately need a Logi at abandoned hangars.
So
There's one at main.
Russia
I'll send
cannot
Mike
lose
or
2
two.
tanks. Russia
No, no,
lose
I'm
2
spotting
tanks is
main,
about
don't worry about it, I got
GG.
it.
15 tickets a tank.
Roger.
1 ticket a crew member. So you're looking at, if they have 2 crew, that's about 34 tickets. And you can see Russia's actually capping back. Oh, and they knocked out the American Hab and Fob on the
Be
hangars.
careful, there's a Logitech.
So 33 tickets to 224. If
Roger.
Russia's able to
I'll drop
recap
around.
this, they are good to go. But the issue is you now have 1 T-72 with Squad 3 and a second T-72, also Squad 3. If they lose this, the infantry work is going to be all for naught.
Engaging, so be careful. 3. I'll see if I can get marks. It's somewhere to the
PSX and
east,
Samurai, they're
marks.
bailing out, trying to get that Abrams in a safe spot, and now you actually have 3 Abrams here.
East of where?
I think 1, and then a Matt V way up north. I mean, this is some of the more chaotic games I've seen. Somehow, some way, infantry is holding on to abandoned hangars for the U.S. And in the meantime, you have a big, sneaky flank, good old infantry flank. And that's going to release some pressure and at least cause a few people to freak out here. And the Batha cap has begun. Soviet Gnomes and Unic in a Spandrel way up north. And
No contact.
that is an
from
easy
Batha, as
kill.
far as we've seen. Scratch that. Spandrel heading west towards you, Squad 2. Or east, sorry.
Yep, and this Spandrel is probably going to get donezoed here. Abrams right
Otherwise-
ahead of us. Tomat V way out in the desert here.
Split second. I'll
Eyes
see him
on
anymore.
enemy tank.
And here it is.
He's moving full speed.
Here's
He's
the
down
game.
river. I'll update with marks.
T-72 moves to engage the Abrams. Smacks one into the front of the turret. Abrams responds and looks like he got that really well on target. Abrams off screen actually slams the side of the Abrams, or sides of the T-72. And speaking of off screen, you actually have a spandrel, the one we were just looking at, smacks his ATGM into the side of the Abrams as well. T-72 has to pop defensive smoke, 24 tickets. And it's going to be just about 9 tickets because Brad and Purple Guy, they're on fire. And they are dead. 6 tickets left. And that is going to be it for Russia. Infantry completely pushed back off of hangars. And Spandrel, this Spandrel could be the game here unless infantry give up.
4 shivs on both, almost neutral.
And there it goes. A quick 3 tickets to mop it up. US coming out just barely off that first engagement and using that just a snowball. Not having any of their vehicles push out by themselves. And unfortunately on the reset, T-72s just got picked off. 111 kills to 77, 217 tickets to 0. GG's.